Greetings and salutations, viewers. I'm StarPrincessHLC, and we managed to calm down the bucket on this episode of Stanley Parable. Joining me in this babysitting job is J.K. Lantern.
Are you enjoying your chicken nuggies, Bucket?
Layla
That's
Ab.
good.
Layla Ab.
I can't keep up the sexy voice forever. It just kept breaking.
And Surratt.
Entered the door on his left.
It's okay, Bucket. We know you're valuable.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the Bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
And the Bucket was correct.
And here it was. The Bucket turned out to be correct. Was this better
Yes.
than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. How insightful the Bucket turned out to be.
Good Bucket.
Such a good
Bad
bucket.
narrator.
No, never mind. The Bucket was wrong.
Well,
Fuck
screw
off.
you.
That
Took the door
back.
on his left to go back to the meeting room.
We will get out of here. We will reunite with our other Bucket. We will have 2 Bucket friends. We will go back to our wife and kids. And you will never hurt anyone again, you bastard.
Trust the completionist instinct?
This is going downhill fast. We gotta get out of here.
Hang on. Talking about the small figurines.
Was that a figurine on the table?
Doesn't look
Nope,
it.
just spilled. Okay.
This place
turned
is
over
not good
coffee
for
cup
any
is what I was
Bucket.
looking at. Okay.
Maybe we're the collectibles. Oh no.
There'll be a reward for finding them all.
This is very much giving me Portal vibes.
Ratman, what is your wisdom?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the Bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the Bucket knew all along? Was the Bucket guiding him?
Yes.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes, it is.
Indeed.
Why does the replacement Bucket also have the stickers on it?
Something. Not wanting to make
The
extra
elevator moved
resources.
downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the Bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
That's a good
Is
Bucket.
here for you, Stanley.
It is a good
Everything
Bucket.
will be fine.
To that much I will relent.
Stanley and the Bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the Bucket both wondered to themselves.
If it lets us do a thing, I'm going to laugh so hard.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the
What
bucket in shock.
thing?
Everyone in the office was being videotaped.
Are you sure?
Monitored like guinea pigs.
I'm still holding the bucket. I will protect this bucket with my life.
Like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Stop making the bucket cry, you bastard.
They just keep doing things that make me want to tear into this stupid thing, this stupid narrator, and they just keep never letting me have that satisfaction.
Things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But
Joke's on you assholes, I'm taking this completely seriously.
Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over
Seems like a good plan.
the power for itself?
Yeah.
No,
How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
you're not
Stanley
pinning
was
this on the
prepared to
bucket.
throw the bucket away in disgust, when suddenly an image appeared upon the
Bucket
screen.
is our friend.
Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Hey, look, it's Poppy.
You need to stay 500 feet away from me.
Silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring
Flamingos.
and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its
Penguins!
Penguins.
Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius.
Cassowary.
in his hands, the one who had
See,
pointed him towards
hummingbirds.
this incredible
Bucket is
Stanley and the
innocent.
bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place.
Oh my god.
And of
Of the
course,
silliest bird
Goose!
imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley
It's better than some.
was happy.
Spoonbill. Owls.
Aw, let us stay, we'll get him more burbs.
ugh, typical. Debbie could never let us have
All
nice
of his
things.
coworkers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket.
See, what I
tightly
thought
to
it
his
was
chest
going to do
and entered the
was
door on his lap.
once you hit the countdown, I thought it would just have him put the bucket over his head and wait it out.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
He-
employee lounge was
The
simply
bucket
place to
would
be.
save him.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Because the bucket is our friend.
Yes.
Unlike you.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what... I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if
I
we
hate
progress
this
quickly.
stupid man.
So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment. Now then, through some scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
I don't know which way to do this.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket.
You bastard.
You filthy, cheating shit.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation.
I bet you if I chose no, it would say, no, this is a bucket.
Yeah, probably.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a bucket.
Finally.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Hell yeah.
Are you hallucinating? It's an enormous machine that turns the earth. This was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible.
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is.
There's no explanation for that. Okay. Good to know.
Item 6.
I hate that I didn't even register it.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
It is and isn't a bucket.
It's Schrodinger's bucket.
Item.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me
Okay,
see if
Wi-Fi,
I can
this
find
is
it
funny.
somewhere.
He's about to ruin it, isn't he?
Okay, you and I both know there is a bucket. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Don't you turn my
Stanley,
bucket
do you
against me.
believe that nothing is a bucket?
No. What? Star!
You know what? I'm too confused. I've lost all sense of perspective. What
Now you know how I feel.
isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
This is Star RPing as Okasan right now.
Anyone know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley,
Yes.
I can't keep doing it. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I
Don't you
can't
take him
have
away
that.
from me.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
No.
Don't dare.
Here we go.
No. No. No.
What happened?
You
Everything gone?
bastard.
Everything
Was a bucket.
was a bucket.
God, I had no idea.
My life is a bucket. My world is a bucket.
After all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Thank God we can all go home.
I'll reset everything, and we'll
No.
get back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, Here we go.
Oh, please do what I think you're going to do.
Aw.
Oh, damn it.
I was so hoping it would all be buckets.
I know,
Yes.
right?
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
His wife is real.
Or is she?
She's real.
Bucket.
Bucket.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Now I'm curious of what happens if I go another way.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
I think you can go up that ramp, actually, and get a different ending.
Good.
Oh, well, look who's
Which
got
one?
cold feet. Well, from here, it looks like the only way forward is down.
Turn behind you.
Won't be coming back, but that's okay. You've got a bucket.
Oh.
Did you know that buckets are routinely used as cushioning devices? It's true.
And
You
I think you
fall on a
can
bucket
do
from
something with
literally any
that.
height and survive. Whoops. Looks
Oh,
like I
the-
was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Yeah, there was a path off to the side you could go there.
Oh, whoops.
That was bait.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is
What
great.
the hell
He
is
thought
wrong
to
with you?
himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
What he wants is to be free.
Warmth spread through Stanley.
What he wants is a bucket.
With the bucket
That
in his
too.
arms again, he was home.
Alright, let's see what
Stanley
happens
Just
again
the
then.
bucket
look at an
tightly.
eye.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket
I
turned
mean,
out
we
to be
survived that
correct?
fall down the
Never mind.
quote-unquote
The bucket
infinite
was wrong.
hole.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, there's another collectible.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanley beans and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Figley's
It better
gum.
encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the
Now,
corner of
hear
your
me
screen go
out.
up by one. Let me sit on
We
it.
call them
I'm sure it will
buckets.
come to
Yes. Yes, that's
We must-
perfect. We must. Lantern?
Collect all the buckets, yes.
Yes.
Collect them all. Prove a
This
point to
wasn't
that
in the
stupid
original, was it?
man.
I don't.
This was
remember.
not.
What is that all over the floor? Tapes?
Yeah, it looks like tapes.
Tapes. I'm gonna listen to them all and spite the narrator.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number. I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, It's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for reading.
Oh my god.
The bucket.
This is TashCon.
This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
That took a weird turn.
I guess
Yeah.
we're in a horror game now.
Oh god.
Okay.
So that's a thing.
That is definitely a thing that just happened.
Yeah. Well, I guess with that, we'll just end the video. Because that's normal.
Very.
So, until next time, bucket.
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 Gabharata.
Shut up.
Wait, I mean bucket.
There we go.